Hello ladies and gentlemen, Accenture here and welcome back to another video. Now if you're new here, please feel free to like and subscribe, and let's just get straight to this YouTube video. Now just a bit of noticing, down below there is a link to my Discord server if you'd like to join it down below, and feel free, you can always, if you join the server, you'll get the opportunity to do flights with me in Infinite Flight, as I tend to do one flight most evenings if I'm not too busy with work or any other matter. Now, in this YouTube video, I'm going to be discussing with you all the ERJ 175 updates. Here you go, you can see the aircraft currently in the Air Canada livery. Now, I do think the Air Canada livery looks quite good, and of course we will see a full livery rework and all of the cockpit and everything else, and the interior and the engines and the whole aircraft will be fully reworked, but I've already spoken about that in a previous video. But today, we're going to be discussing the release date of this ERJ 175. Now, it has been in development for a very long time now, and that's something we've known for a little while. So we do know that the ERJ 175 again has been in development for quite a while, and as far as I'm aware, no liveries have been shown on the ERJ 175 as of time of recording the YouTube video. So that means that Infinite Flight haven't added any liveries to the current models that they've got of this ERJ 175, but this is only assuming that all of this stuff that they show everyone on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, the whole lot is live, which of course it's not. There'll be a few days or even a week or so delay between the release dates of all of these things. So hopefully in the upcoming days and weeks we'll start seeing new liveries on the ERJ 175, or even the current liveries, which hopefully won't get dropped. There were some people concerned and worried that a few of the liveries that are currently on the ERJ 175 will no longer be on the rework model. Hopefully it will. I can't guarantee anything, but I personally think Infinite Flight would keep them, just for a bit of nostalgic vibes, hopefully. But again, they can't keep stuff just of nostalgic vibes always, obviously. But I find it unlikely that like the US Airways and the Air Canada livery, because there are only 4 liveries, one of them being a generic livery, perhaps that'll go, but I find it unlikely that the 3 liveries currently on the ERJ 175 will disappear. So of course, like I said, we haven't seen any liveries yet produced, but normally when they start showing us the liveries, we are nearing the ending stages of the aircraft in development. Now, I haven't seen any unknown aircraft on Live Flight or in Infinite Flight, which normally indicates beta testing, so we haven't seen any beta testing yet out on Infinite Flight, and I have not even confirmed that yet. So if the aircraft is not in beta testing stages, we are at least 2 to 3 weeks away minimum from this rework update. So we can be looking in excess of a month. Now, someone sent me an interesting photo the other day where Infinite Flight had said, or one of the developers has said, that the developers are currently very busy, and they don't expect it to be out until at least August. Now, I could not validate this because I was unable to find the message, and I didn't have the time to scroll through a few days of Discord messages in the Infinite Flight server, unfortunately. However, if this is a valid point, then I would believe it, and I could totally see this ERJ 175 rework come in August. Now, I think the ERJ 175 rework, I think the update, so 22.6 or 7, maybe 8, 9, you never know what update it will come with, but I've got a feeling it's going to be one of the biggest updates, or probably the biggest update of 2022 in Infinite Flight. Now, a few of you who have been long time Infinite Flight players will remember the 777 update, which came to Infinite Flight a good few years back, so in 2020 I think it was that summer, and that was probably one of the biggest updates I've ever seen, because we saw a full 777 rework on all of the aircraft. We saw the 737 live cockpit. Also believe the SIDS and stars and the airport maps, like the detailed airport maps, also came in that update. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure all of that came in that one big update. And I have a little feeling that this little ERJ update will be quite similar to that. Obviously not with new SIDS and stars being added, but I can definitely see a potential, maybe another aircraft having its cockpit reworked or something, or many stuff like that. So maybe an A380 cockpit rework, you never know. I think something like that would be quite cool. Highly unlikely, of course, but I can also see them adding more liveries to maybe the other ERJ jets, because as far as I'm aware, it's just the 175 being reworked, which is a bit odd and a bit weird, if you ask me personally, but I was kind of hoping they'd all be reworked in one whole go. but that would take many months to do that. But hopefully once they've got the main frame and they figured out the 175, hopefully the 170, 190 and 195, I believe the other 3 aircrafts, they should be much easier to rework because again the aircraft are all very similar, so it would take much less time to complete those reworks than this current one has, although they will still take quite a while. Now on the Infinite Flight community, on the actual ERJ 175 tracking thread and E190 tracking thread, which has actually been closed on July the 5th, which was the latest release of the high poly view of the E175 engine and its landing gear. The E175 has been in rework or known development since early January this year, so we are, you know, way past 6 months. We're over 7 months now since the first known development photo of the ERJ 175. So again, we are very close to getting this ERJ jet in your Infinite Flight mobile devices, but a rework this long makes me believe that it's a lot bigger than just one aircraft, which is why I am led to believe that we will receive a little bit more than an ERJ 175. Now, I am not here, of course, letting everyone know that, oh yeah, a jet's really easy to rework, it takes 2 weeks. It doesn't take 2 weeks, and it does take many months, but I am led to believe that we will get a little bit more than just that ERJ 175 rework. Now, just something off the note here for you, I am literally in this ERJ 175 here, and we are en route to an airport, and we're about to land there in a couple of minutes, so there it is. If anyone can let me know the name of the airport below for just a little friendly competition, if you can name that airport there, let me know down below in the comments. I'll let you know if you're right or wrong. I try to reply to as many comments as I can on these videos. But again, I'm much easier to contact through Discord, so join the Discord server down below. Now, getting back onto topic, so throughout the many months that the ERJ has been in rework, we've had about anything from 2 to 4 monthly updates, and of course the last update we got was on July the 5th of the year 175. It's now July 13th, time for recording this YouTube video, and I think we are due another update photo within the next 10 days, I think, maybe, which would be quite cool, and then that will give us a much better idea of how much closer we are getting to this update. And I think in the next photo, hopefully we'll see a little bit of a livery within this ERJ jet, and if we do see a livery, then I can give much better of my estimations, which generally do be a little bit off because, again, I'm not a developer and I have nothing to do with Infinite Flight. And it's way too stressy, so I wouldn't be able to give an accurate idea, but I can of course give an educated guess from my many years of waiting with these reworks to come to the mobile flight simulator, of course. So hopefully very soon we'll all be able to fly this ERJ 175. Now, I'm not too sure about many of you, but there we go, landing it down. I'm not too sure about my first flight that I'll be doing in the ERJ 175 because, of course, once this aircraft comes out, it'll be really popular. And I've got a feeling most people fly into large airports like Los Angeles and London Heathrow, but I think I might just set back a bit and go to some smaller airports. I think it will be definitely great in between some American cities at the smaller airports, but I think it will also be great in Europe. So I know London City Airport has an Embraer 1 British Airways type which lands there. I know it's not the E175, I think it's the E190 which might fly into London City. But I know the 8020 as well, but only the 200 flies into London City, and London City is one of my favourite airports in the UK to fly into. It's just such a steep and challenging approach. So here we go. So we'll watch this landing, and then I will let you guys know my final thoughts on the upcoming rework. Here we go, so very short, and we've just got a nice little bit of flare here. I had about 30% on my trim. And look at that. That is probably one of the smoothest landings I've ever had in the E175, and I think it's pretty good for centre line. I found the nose stayed up again for way too long, but I've already said that previously. So again, I think we will get this update in August. Hopefully we're in early time in August, but I'm just waiting on the next Infinite Flight update to be released. Photo update, like progress update on the rework of this aircraft, and then I'll be able to give you a much better idea. But right now, I think middle of August is a reasonable estimation. If you did enjoy this YouTube video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all again in my next video. Good night.
find your way